Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us today at Wig Studio One. I'm Marlene from Marlene's Wig and Chat Studio, and today I'll be unboxing the brand new Madison by Jon Renau in the color FS 63027. I'd like to thank Wig Studio One for providing Madison for me to review for all of you. I am so excited, and I'll tell you why in just a moment. If you have any questions about Madison or any of the other styles that we show here at Wig Studio One, please contact support at wigstudio1.com and the consultants will be happy to help you. The link to Madison as well as all the other styles that we show here are always linked down below in the description box. Right now, I am wearing MARION by Jon Renau. This is a discontinued style that it is much loved, has been loved, and I have seen so many of our members on our private Facebook group, Wig Studio One Wig and Topper Support Group, ask about MARION and what style is closer. My MARION is probably going on 3 years old and I wear it. I absolutely love it. Mine is in the color, the same as my Madison in FS 63027. I believe that Madison is an upgrade style from MARION, or, you know, they redid it. I think the one biggest difference between Madison and MARION, for those of you that are familiar with MARION, is that MARION's lace will go temple to temple, while Madison has the smart lace and the lace front will come to the ear tabs. I think that is the lace front is the only difference really that I have found. Unfortunately, I do not have the measurements for MARION because, as I mentioned, it is a discontinued style. My face from hairline to chin is 7 3/4. We have a full mono top, beautiful and generous, just as we find on MARION. We have an extended nape and Velcro adjusters, and a good amount of stretch to the cap. I'm going to give it a shake. The color appears to be exactly the same as the original Toffee Truffle or FS 63027. There is no difference in the color at all. Very similar. On MARION, it seems to be has a little bit more flippy ends to it. Maybe this is just how mine arrived. But as far as everything else, and the lace front, everything else is exactly the same. We have minimal, if any, permatease, just as we do on MARION. And the density is relative. I would say it's on the lower end of average. Madison weighs 4.1 ounce, but it feels very light. Yeah, I don't feel, and just a little bit of permatease around the nape. Minimal permatease. You could use a hot airbrush if you wanted to add the flippy ends to Madison, as we find on MARION. You could use a hot airbrush. This is from Hot Tools. It's available at Wig Studio One. And just keep it on low, but because it has silicone bristles and a barrel, it's not going to damage your synthetic fibers. You could also use steam. The measurements on Madison, we have a bang of 11 inches. We have a crown of 11 inches. The sides are 8.5 inches and the nape is 7 inches. We have lots of layers here, which are going to provide that volume. As far as the fit, it fits me perfectly on my 21.5-inch circumference. I am wearing a wig cap, I'm wearing a wig grip, and I cinched it in. I feel it runs a true average and maybe a little bit higher, just because of everything that I'm wearing and how much I cinched it in. So I would say 22 1/4 it would fit. The lace front is done beautifully. Here are the ear tabs, and my hairline always peeks through. Nothing new with me, right? Because we have the full mono top, we can part it anywhere we like and still have that illusion of scalp. You could tuck it a little bit, wear it with a headband. You could do a half up and half down. The color FS6 3027, also known as Toffee Truffle, one of my top favorite brunettes from Jon Renau. This is a warm color. We start out with a 6, which is your dark brown, and that is your base. The FS in Jon Renau at the beginning of the color code indicates that we're going to have chunky highlights. So in this case, we have chunky highlights in the 30 and the 27. The 30 is going to be your dark auburn, and your 27 is going to be a reddish blonde. I know not everyone is a fan. I'm a fan. If you are not a fan of chunky highlights, look for color codes that don't have that FS at the beginning of the color codes. All right, let's take a walk outside so you can see Toffee Truffle FS6 3027 out in the daylight, and then I'll come back. Thank you, everyone. At Wig Studio One, we appreciate you spending this time with us. Please let us know what you think about Madison. We'd love to hear from you. We hope that everyone is having a fantastic day, and we will see you next time. Bye.